Hello everyone. Today's video is about famous celebrities who were tragically murdered. Before starting, make sure to subscribe and press the bell icon. Pat Tillman, an NFL star, left his career to serve in the military but was killed by friendly fire at 27. Kim Jong-nam, North Korea's leader's half-brother, was assassinated with poison at a Malaysian airport at 45. Saddam Hussein, Iraq's former president, was captured and hanged in 2006 after being convicted of crimes at 69. Muammar Gaddafi, Libya's dictator, was overthrown and brutally killed by rebels in 2011, ending his 42-year rule at 69. Osama bin Laden, the mastermind behind 9/11, was tracked and shot by U.S. Navy SEALs in Pakistan in 2011 at 54. Pablo Escobar, the Colombian drug lord, was gunned down by police while fleeing in 1993 at 44. Grigory Rasputin, a Russian mystic, survived poisoning and gunshots before finally being killed in 1916 at 47. Huey Newton, co-founder of the Black Panther Party, was fatally shot in Oakland, California, in 1989 at 47. Harvey Milk, one of the first openly gay U.S. officials, was assassinated in 1978, leaving a legacy at 48. Julius Caesar, the Roman ruler, was betrayed and stabbed to death by senators in 44 BC. Benazir Bhutto, Pakistan's first female prime minister, was assassinated in a gun and bomb attack in 2007 at 54. John F. Kennedy, the 35th U.S. president, was fatally shot in a Dallas parade in 1963. Indira Gandhi, India's first female prime minister, was assassinated by her bodyguards in 1984 at 66. Martin Luther King Jr., the civil rights leader, was shot on a Memphis motel balcony in 1968. Robert F. Kennedy, U.S. senator and presidential candidate, was assassinated after a speech in Los Angeles in 1968 at 42. Malcolm X, the influential activist, was gunned down while addressing a crowd in New York City in 1965 at 39. Eazy-E, a founding member of NWA, died of AIDS complications in 1995. Dennis Wilson, Beach Boys drummer, drowned under suspicious circumstances in 1983. Roger Troutman, a funk musician, was shot and killed by his brother in 1999, ending his career at 47. Robert Knox, a British actor known for Harry Potter, was stabbed while defending a friend in 2008 at 18. Carlos Munoz Portal, a Narcos location scout, was shot dead in Mexico in 2017 at 41. Enrique Camarena, a DEA agent, was kidnapped, tortured, and murdered by a cartel in 1985 at 37. Lisa Lopez, a member of TLC, died in a 2002 car crash. Carl Switzer, known as Alfalfa from The Little Rascals, was shot over a money dispute in 1959 at 31. Peter Tosh, reggae legend and Wailers co-founder, was killed in a home invasion in 1987 at 42. Victor Jara, a Chilean folk singer, was tortured and shot during a 1973 military coup at 40. Ronnie Chasen, a Hollywood publicist, was shot multiple times in her car in 2010 at 64. Mia Zapata, a punk musician, was strangled in Seattle in 1993, her case unsolved for years at 27. Chinks, a rising rapper, was gunned down in his car in New York in 2015. Lil Fat, a young rapper, was shot outside an Atlanta hospital in 2012 at 19. Magnolia Shorty, a bounce music pioneer, was ambushed and shot over 20 times in 2010 at 28. Eddie Jefferson, a jazz vocalist, was shot outside a nightclub in 1979 at 60. Charisma, a young rapper, was shot in a robbery in 1993, ending his career at 20. Freaky Ta, a Lost Boys member, was shot in the head in 1999 in a mistaken identity case at 27. Paul Williams, a Temptations co-founder, was found dead from a gunshot in 1973. Jam Master Jay, Run DMC's legendary DJ, was shot in his studio in 2002 at 37. Big L, a rising rap star, was shot multiple times in Harlem in 1999 at 24. Pop Smoke, an up-and-coming rapper, was killed in a 2020 home invasion at 20. XXXTentacion, a controversial rapper, was shot during a Florida robbery in 2018 at 20. Young Dolph, a Memphis rapper, was ambushed and shot in a bakery in 2021 at 36. Dimebag Darrell, a legendary metal guitarist, was shot on stage by a fan in 2004 at 38. Brian Jones, a Rolling Stones co-founder, drowned in his pool in 1969, sparking theories at 27. Nancy Spungen, Sid Vicious' girlfriend, was found stabbed in 1978, with many suspecting Sid at 20. Sam Cooke, a soul icon, was shot in a motel under mysterious circumstances in 1964 at 33. Jill Dando, a British TV presenter, was shot at her doorstep in 1999. Tara Korea McMullen, a young actress, was shot in gang violence in California in 2005 at 16. Adrienne Shelley, an actress and filmmaker, was found hanged in 2006, later revealed as murder at 40. Peter Arne, a British actor, was bludgeoned to death in his home in 1983 at 64. Phil Hartman, a beloved comedian, was shot by his wife in a murder-suicide in 1998 at 49. Bob Crane, star of Hogan's Heroes, was bludgeoned to death in 1978, still unsolved at 49. Dorothy Stratton, a rising Hollywood star, was murdered by her jealous ex-husband in 1980 at 20. Elizabeth Short, known as the Black Dahlia, was gruesomely murdered in Los Angeles in 1947 at 22. Dominique Dunne, a poltergeist actress, was strangled by her ex-boyfriend in 1982 at 22. Rebecca Schaeffer, a young actress, was shot by an obsessed fan in 1989 at 21. Marvin Gaye, the Motown legend, was shot by his father during an argument in 1984 at 44. Selena Quintanilla, the queen of Tejano music, was shot by her fan club president in 1995 at 23. Gianni Versace, a fashion icon, was gunned down outside his Miami mansion in 1997 at 50. The Notorious B.I.G., a rap legend, was shot in a 1997 drive-by in Los Angeles at 24. Tupac Shakur, one of hip-hop's greatest, was shot in a 1996 Las Vegas drive-by at 25. John Lennon, a music legend, was shot outside his New York home by a fan in 1980 at 40. Sharon Tate, a Hollywood actress, was brutally murdered by the Manson family in 1969 while 8 months pregnant at 26. Thanks for watching till the end.